What's happening, everybody? It's Jason back with Campbell's Morel Music Rig Rundown, episode 21. We hope you enjoyed last week with Mr. Jason Vapor, and we get to enjoy another bass player. You know, it's becoming a habit getting a lot of good bass players here in these rig rundowns that don't get no love otherwise. But yeah, he's speaking of Jason. This fella's in the band with Jason and Strange Gods. And of course, you can see the instrument he plays and his rig behind us. We're going to talk about a little bit about today. Mr. Jonathan Taylor, thanks for joining us.
Hell yeah. Glad to be here.
Y'all probably seen Jonathan around if you play any local shows and around Kingsport or anywhere you've seen him.
Yeah.
We won't mention the names for whatever. But he's brought a few of his basses by today for us to check out, and a pretty impressive rig, and guess we'll talk about it, and man, we'll jump right in there and talk about this first bass you got in your hands, and
yeah,
you know all about it.
This guy is a Rick copy. I had a friend that made a little plate here. It says Dickenbacher on it. I love showing people that. It's walnut with the maple neck through. It's a little heavy, but you know, it's got that Rick look. For I think I paid about $1,000 for this. So yeah, this is a lot more affordable than those Ricks from California.
Yeah.
But I actually brought this thing in. Vapor was like, dude, bring it down to Morel's. Because whenever I got it, there were some buzzes and just some random stuff. And you guys set it up. Kudos to the team that works on all these local musician stuff. Yeah. So. Is this a standard bass that you take for Strange Gods? Or? Yeah, I usually try to make sure I get this one on stage because it's just
a cool factor.
It's just cool.
Yeah.
I love the headstock shape and all that. So it was a little tough to dial in. This bridge it's massive, but it's not very versatile. Right. So you guys totally helped me get this intonated and everything like that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how with all these basses, how we're going to run this thing. So if you want to just run, do you want to run this bass and talk about the pedal board, or do you want to run through basses and then? Let's
talk about the rig, I guess.
Yeah.
So I've got in the floor here's the Line 6 Pod Go. Bram actually was like, dude, if you want to get some pedals going, this is like a no-brainer. Just grab that up. It's gonna have bass stuff on it. I had been working with like a Sans amp. Geddy Lee rocked a Sans amp forever. I love the tone that they have. It's modeled on here. I was looking into buying a dark glass pedal because they just blown up in the bass world, and the Obsidian or whatever it is modeled on this particular Pod Go. I don't know if I love it yet. I'm kind of glad that I didn't spring for the dark glass.
Or the dark glass.
Yeah. I just haven't had enough time with it. So most of what I play is the Sans amp has that grit and that tone that's coming through. So.
So you're using like a Sans amp style.
Yeah.
Overdrive in there, I guess.
This guy's got a compressor for me, a noise gate, way more stuff than I ever thought I needed.
Yeah.
But now that I have it at my fingertips, it's just like, okay, let's do some cool stuff.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Then so you're coming out of that and running in this nice stack back here, and this rack-mounted orange amp.
This is the orange Obi-Wan 500. I don't know if they were trying to be like Obi-Wan Kenobi, but they had to have thought about that. The 500 watts is, I would recommend, if you're ever gonna try to like buy another amp, like make sure it's at least 500 watts, because that power is just nice to have whenever you're playing in a band with a loud drummer.
We won't mention his name tonight.
Yeah. And then I've got a 15 that sits on top and a 410 Ampeg. These both handle 800 watts, so I don't think I could ever really blow those with the 500 watt. I'll give it a try.
And, you know, for night purposes, and it's already loud, and we barely got it cranked open in here. And we're running just direct out tonight for audio purposes, but the tone is just massive sounding, just sitting here beside of it. And these Ampeg cabinets, Ampeg's always built good, solid bass cabinets, you know.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing that sounds like them. Is this from the Portaflex series? Or?
Yeah, I believe it is.
But yeah, it's just classy looking, and Coley cable and all.
Yeah, I found a good deal on those, and they were pretty, so.
It's got to look good on stage, if nothing else.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, if we...
You gonna make some noise, I guess?
Yeah, make some noise and see what that bass sounds like.
All right. But we do some really fun stuff with Strange Gods. It's a lot of the shoegaze from the guitars, so I get to get a little creative with the bass lines that I'm writing.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and just kind of play through one of those.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fun tone.
Oh, yeah.
It's got some, character. It's got some grit. It's got clarity.
Yeah, you're getting like nice top end, but a huge bottom end to go with it, and I can already hear your drop tuned somewhat.
Right. Yeah. This is drop C. So.
Yeah. And then your pedals also got like a drop feature that for some songs that y'all use.
Yeah, actually, we just kind of figured out that this Pod Go will rock some really impressive, like no latency down tunings. So you can kind of hear I've got one set up for B. Yeah, if we're gonna hit B really quickly, I don't need to change the guitar.
Yeah.
So really we just use A for this one right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's thick.
That's a lot of fun to just be like, all right, let's go down to A.
Yeah.
So a lot of fun just switching back and forth. So.
Yeah. If y'all haven't checked out Strange Gods, I highly suggest you check them out. They're heavy and loud, and
Oh yeah, it's loud.
yeah. So it's a great band.
There's something I wanted to show you. I just figured out I could do this the other day, and I was like, yes, this makes me so happy. But I've got a little reverb guy that I figured I could probably do some fun stuff with. So,
Yeah.
like. I feel like I could create some like scary stuff with that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Kind of. We haven't really written anything with that yet, so. But I thought it was pretty rad that I could go in
Have that
and
big
tell this
ethereal.
expression pedal to give me that reverb. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. See, bass players do need reverb. Ain't that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I'm gonna write some stuff with that.
That's one of those pedals you can just set down and just just noodling around and just.
Oh, I could get lost.
Get lost.
I would so get lost. Just sitting downstairs, the wife, she's like, "Why are you still down there? Nothing sounds different. It all sounds the same."
Yeah.
Here, I'll let you handle
I'll
that
hold
one.
on to that.
It's got some weight to it.
Yeah.
Let's see. This guy is a lot of fun to talk about because I don't think I paid anything for it.
That's always a good deal then.
Through a couple of different trades, I put a fretless neck on it. That's the newest addition to it. The bass itself was hanging out with no neck, bolted to a wall at a venue in Canada. We were playing out there, my old touring act, the Stand Your Ground. That was a lot of fun, but it had so much, just, it's beat to hell.
Yeah. Lots of character.
I saw it and I was like, dude, what's the story behind that? And he just went and got a screwdriver and I was like, what's he doing? Took it down and said, take it home, see if you can get it to play. So here it is, and it plays beautifully. So,
Yeah. So fretless and tape wounds and high mass bridge.
Yeah. Actually, these are just coated rounds.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. They had flats on it when I got it, but I don't know. I don't like flats.
Yeah.
And I'll deal with the repercussion on the neck. So this guy is really gonna come into play with that reverb type stuff. So that's,
Especially getting like sliding into those notes. And
yeah,
that
dude. I'm
vibratos and stuff.
gonna be writing some really fun licks with this. Kick on some reverb, and you got. Effect. But this thing's. Who plays a fretless in a metal act other than what, Justin Chancellor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if it works, it works. I do love the sound of a fretless.
Yeah.
I've always
This thing's
just
cool.
get lost usually on them though, but
Classic jazz bass. It's a Mexican. Actually, it's a Franken Fender because of all the story behind it.
yeah.
But yeah, that thing's a lot of fun. This Ernie Ball Sterling is kind of another one that's always with me on the stage. It's active. Great for sustain whenever we're playing some like just weird stuff that I gotta hold like open.
Yeah.
And like it starts going away and I'll just give it a little more bass, and then like the presence is still there for those parts and songs. Totally fun. It's got that classic Ernie Ball feel. A little more affordable because it's made in Indonesia.
Yeah. I've had a few of the Ernie Ball and the Sterlings, but yeah.
It's got that quick
change for the battery.
Yeah, I love that.
But yeah, I kind of miss my Stingrays and stuff. They sounded awesome, and you're right. They are pricey.
Yeah.
Especially for the Ernie Ball ones.
Let's see, what else do I have? This is the Tallman.
Ibanez.
Yeah, it's one of the few that actually has the double pickups down here and the block inlays. I found this for a really great deal on Facebook Market, and if I ever need a P bass, I got that right there. You know, sometimes when you're in the studio, nothing beats the P bass. So, and I don't know which year Fender started putting their jazz pickup. It was like 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
They moved it one way or another.
Yeah.
So if I really wanted to emulate some of those older bass tones, I could probably use
get it
this
out of there.
bass on it.
Yeah.
And it's active. It's really hot.
We've got a used Ibanez Tallman guitar with that body shape in right now.
I love it.
Yeah,
It looks
and
so cool.
They're odd, and you don't see a bunch of them around, which I think is even cooler.
They're pretty affordable if you don't get the crazy inlays and all that. And then this is a Marcus Miller. Sire makes these now. I did a lot of research before I picked up one of these, and I watched Marcus Miller talk about it, and I was like, oh my God, that thing is really cool. I kind of wanted a 5-string, so I found this one, and I was like, I'm pulling the trigger.
Pulling the trigger.
It's got a lot of onboard stuff.
It's active.
It's active. It's got a little toggle right here. You can go passive. That's a sweet feature on its own.
Yeah.
But it's got a lot of mid control. Basically, if I needed to show up to a venue and couldn't bring anything with me, I would bring this bass.
It's because it's versatile.
It is so versatile.
Yeah.
And it's just stupid pretty. I saw the color and was like,
Oh yeah, that's a great finish
love
on that
that.
bass.
so.
And Marcus Miller stands behind it. I'm sure it's
Oh yeah.
good quality.
This thing's fun to play. So that's kind of all my toys. I feel like it's an adult little show and tell right now.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. Yeah, we talk about these rigs and these rig rundowns and stuff, and people will bring a huge pedal board and have all kinds of pedals. But there's a few people that's brought more than one guitar. But hey, you're the first bass player to bring out all the basses. So
Right.
that's
I mean,
you gotta have them.
I've been
Tools of the
working
trade.
with, like, finding almost every style of bass that I can possibly find, and we pretty much down tune everything. So I've, gauges and all that. I've been working with going through different, just gauges, really heavy sets. This one actually plays great with just a 105 top.
Yeah.
Because I guess it's like a couple inches longer.
So it holds the tension well when you drop
Right.
tune. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's the thing you don't think about too, is the gauge of strings you're using versus the tuning that you're in. It makes a huge difference.
oh yeah.
For sure, and getting it properly
And
set
the
up.
playability.
Yeah.
If you're really having to work for it, you're not going to write fun stuff.
No, not at all. Yeah, so everybody knows we sell Fender here, and these Line 6 products, the Pod Goes, the Stomps, Helixes, and the HX Stomps.
Yeah.
We got one of the effects only units in right now too. I mean,
It's
the
crazy.
processing's come a long ways.
That
And,
modeling world is just.
I
so rad.
remember the little kidney bean pods, and you're thinking about, they've come a long way since then.
Totally,
Because I
yeah.
always thought, I gave those a bad rap, but there's a lot of people make those sound good too.
I love when you turn this thing on because it has that shape of the old bean. So the little screen displays that old shape, throwing back to the good old
the
days.
like kidney bean shape. Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, y'all definitely come down and check those things out. And if you're looking to get into the modeling or digital processing world, we've got a little bit of everything in stock in that realm right now, and it's getting better. Like I said, all the time. Some of it's getting hard to distinguish between amps and
oh yeah.
digital.
It sounds so good.
It's getting really good, stupid good. So.
Heck yeah. Anything
Strange,
else? we should
Strange
talk-
Gods. Well,
The old Strange Gods.
Got
You
any
gotta
shows
come out.
coming up?
We've got some stuff coming up in June. It's gonna be fun. We're actually gonna play out of town a little bit,
Heck
so
yeah.
I feel like the old days on the road.
Yeah. Stand Your Ground. That was the old
Yeah.
band. So yeah, and Will Ford.
Yeah, Will Ford. He did vocals with that for a couple of years. You'll have to watch him with God Size next
Yeah.
time. So
Yeah, I've been to a couple of their shows, and he
he's-
can only do
he
one of
can-
those every once in a while. He's out.
dude, he's got some pipes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, y'all check out Strange Gods, and if you want to show Will Ford some love, we check out God Size. But
yeah. If you haven't heard our stuff, it's all on Spotify and like Apple Music.
yeah,
so just
got a
look us up.
great video out there as well.
Yeah, toss that into YouTube. Have a watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds great. And like everybody else, we're promoting these local musicians, local bands. Jonathan been shopping here a long time.
Oh yeah.
Even though you still live in Kingsport?
Yeah.
So-
I'm by the airport. So.
Yeah, kind of Kingsport, and he still comes here to shop for most everything. So
Yeah.
we appreciate him for that, and thanks for showing up and doing this thing. It's always good to have another bass man on here. We're going to try to do 100 of these episodes, and like 65% of them be bass players.
All right.
That's what we're going for.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, thanks, man, for doing it.
Totally. Lugging all this heavy gear, it's fun.
Oh yeah. Do it. Come see us at Campbell's, and I'm sure we're going to play some cool Strange Gods here on the outro.
Heck yeah. Hell yeah.